All right, we got a special one, and I'm gonna try and be as polite as possible because the lady who sent in this request is very nice, very kind, very intellectually honest, which is the other thing that's incredibly rare, intellectual honesty. And for what? Hey guys, you want to do charity work? You want to? This is posterity. This is all going to be for posterity because ain't no one going to listen to it. This woman has a very noble goal, but it's futile. So I'm going to try my best not to curse. We're going to try and make that. And it's not that it's monetizable. It's just that it's not limited. We'll also maybe monetize it a little bit, but we have an interesting request. Dear Cappy, I'm a woman. I just watched the video. Men must accept this reality. There are nearly zero marriageable women. I also read your post on your blog about the grandfather who is trying to get his granddaughter to understand that she should have her own children, not have a career that simply worked with children, which she cried over when facing this conflict. If you guys want, basically the grandfather was trying to, his granddaughter, was like how she wanted to go into STEM and engineering. It was a good thing, but she wanted to work with kids. And her grandfather was trying to say, okay, well, why don't you have your own kids? Because tickety talk. And man, I mean, he was being honest with it. And she ended up crying because she deep down inside, she knew that she wanted to have kids. But on the other hand, all this, you girls got to go to, you got to work and get a career, all that. And it was sad, but I posted that because I'm like, okay, so a little bit more evidence into the balance of the scales that women deep down inside do want children and a family and kids. They do want tradition. Again, it's a battle. I don't know, but we'll get to theoretically, philosophically, well, I don't care. I'll be honest, I cried a bit myself because this is so true and so common among women. Okay, another one on the balance of the scales there. I don't think you understand just how much young women are pressured to go to college, have a career, and to become feminists at the expense of everything else. Ever since I was in school, all of us girls heard was how important it was to get an education, and yes, that we could not rely on men. The indoctrination is so consistent and never ending, it prevents any other message or alternative to get through. It could be school, college, the work office, women's media / blogs. Everywhere, every day, women have this message hammered into them. If you don't believe this message or question it, other women will reinforce it on you so you don't. Oh, yeah, you can't leave the hive. Oh, don't you leave the plantation, ladies. Don't you have independent thought. Oh, no. Do they have enforcers? I'm just picturing like a big mafioso type of, with the long hair. You had wrong think. Ooh, no, you do not leave the hive. No, you don't. Strong, independent thinking, critical thinking women. You had an independent thought. You must be punished. How dare you critically think, not critical thinking thoughts that are critically thinking ultimately in its end. Other women will reinforce it on you so you don't admit you want a traditional life where just a little misspelling here. You don't admit you want a traditional life where the husband supports you and you stay at home with the kids. I am forever grateful my husband showed me, quote, the light. I stay at home. Yes, I stay thin. I cook for my man and I get to raise my children. I could not imagine a better life, but not all women are as lucky as me. Now, here's where the old ire of Cappy got up. And this is, my good madam, I know you're well intended. I love you to death, but this is where you poke the hornet's nest with a stick. You need to, no, she didn't have, I'm putting emphasis on this. You need to understand these girls and where they are coming from and be patient with them. Me? Excuse me? Me? Well, and by implication, us men? And then, men, here it is. Men need to know these girls have been fed a diet of feminist lies and convince women, oh, men, hey, we got a new job. Hey, on top of getting yourself out of student loan debt, making money, staying in shape, trying to find affordable rent, maybe working, can you scrimp up a down payment? Oh, while all the disease is going around and unemployment is what, 20%? By the way, here's a new to your to-do list, to your chore list, guys. You guys now you have to go unindoctrinate all women from You know that baton death march you on? Yeah, you got to do that again. No, I don't. No, sir, I don't. Men need to know these girls have been fed a diet of feminist lies and convince women otherwise. You try to put on this tough guy image, but I know deep down inside you care. No, I don't. I have no soul. My good madam, I traded in my heart for a pump many years ago. But please convey a message to women that they are being lied to and don't give up on them. God bless, and I'm going to keep you anonymous because there's no reason to do that. All right, now, I'm going to try my best. And I'm not going to try and get angry or agitated or ragey. But I'm going to, and I've even taken notes on this. All right. So I apologize if I tangent a little bit, but I'm going to explain it here. All right. I think the main misunderstanding, or the thing you fail to understand, my good madam, is that men cannot live in two places at the same time. We cannot act and exist in two places at the same time. We either act in the real world where there are actions, or we act in your mind. Okay. And what I mean by that, what's in your mind, I've gone over this concept before. It's called what lurks deep down inside. Deep down inside, you think I'm a nice guy. You're wrong. I'm not. But it's very fascinating to me where women cry. The young lady that cried because her granddad was trying to get her to understand she should have family and that there's a cost time to this. Women crying themselves to sleep after a night of partying and rejecting the advances of men. Why can't I find a man as they drink their box wine and crying to their cat? The stereotype, whether true or not, men can't live in both worlds. We can't. We got to choose. Either we behave and make choices in the real world, the effective world, the world where women's action and behavior is exhibited and played out, or we play guessing games and what is it women want deep down inside? Now, men have been trying to figure that out for their entire lives, for the millennia, and we've come up with nothing. All we've done is wasted our times and lives. Right? And additionally, this might be, does she want cake or does she want donuts? Well, there's no ramifications if we guess wrong there. I guess she wanted cake and I got her donuts. Oh, well, I'll get her cake the next time. There are costs and consequences if men go into what do women really want deep down inside? Because if we got to bet, if we got to operate and act on the theory, the speculation that what you say is true, deep down inside, all women want the traditional husband to take care of them. Prince Charming comes away, and they're taken care of, and they're a kept woman, not in ownership, but like they're taking care of the finance, and they just want to raise the kids and be in house. If we go that way and we say, no, deep down inside, that's what you want, there is an unrecoverable amount of damage and punishment we're going to get. We will be immediately accused of being sexist. We got to put up with the world's greatest bleep test. It's not bleep test. It's the S-word test to see if that's true. All right. Any guys that kind of go, I mean, you could get fired. You could get reprimanded with the tattletale cancel. This guy says women want a traditional marriage and want to have kids and want to, oh my gosh. I mean, it's now. Deep down inside, that may be true. Maybe the princess is kept way off in the dungeon after the thickets of thorn. What was it? Was it Sleeping Beauty? Or was it Snow White, where the guy had to go and hack through the thickets? I just remember this as a little kid. I was scared of the dragon. And he threw the sword at the dragon because he lost his shield, and he threw the sword and he got the dragon right in the heart. And then he went, I think it was Sleeping Beauty. Deep down inside, in that fortress, where the dragon and the thorns and the thickets and the moat and everything, yeah, you know what? That might be true. But at what cost in life and risk? And literally, men got to put their lives on the line to test your theory. Like, if this was, hey, Cappy, she really likes daffodils instead of carnations. Oh, dang, I got the carnations. I guess I don't have to go through thickets. I don't have to slay a dragon. I don't have to go through a lava moat. I don't have to go and climb it's like, But because of feminism and because of groupthink and because of seriously, I don't know what else to call it, Nazi thought indoctrination, but of course on the communist leftist side, but it's Nazi-esque. We're not allowed to have intellectually honest conversations. And I am totally sympathetic with the generations now of poor young ladies, maybe not so young anymore, women who, I understand that groupthink, where women are, you stay in line, where you got the enforcers, all right? But it's what? It's our responsibility? And here's where I think the main problem I have with it is the hypocrisy of women. You all wanted this. You wanted equality. It's sexy. Look, you're already slamming on the Disney. Oh, look at Mario and Luigi saving the princess. Oh, that's everything sexist. Any traditional male-female role model where you want to be, no, we can't. You yourself said you're independent. Now, I know not individually you, my good madam, but as a group, very thorough. I mean, what, 85% of the young ladies out there are like, I don't need no man, fish, bicycle, independent, girl boss, trademark. And we're equal. Fine. Now there are consequences to that statement, to subscribing to that philosophy, to adhering to it. If you're so strong and independent and equal, go be it. Free yourselves. Slay your own damn dragon. Unshackle your own chains. And again, not you individually, but the hypocrisy that us men have been told. Said again, lady, I don't know, lady, you're probably younger than me. I remember since 82, being a little kid, my teachers telling me about how women are equal to men and they don't. This is a Christian parochial concentration camp school. That's all we've heard. Now I'm getting old, right? And I'm sure the only generation left are the baby boomer men. They were told that too. They got that shoved up their dirt chute from the 60s on. And we've treated you as such. Yes, go be equal. And now you're asking us cadre of guys to say, oh, just kidding. Like it's the world's ultimate bleep test. Hey, this thing that we said that we really wanted and we insisted and we'd sue you and we'd make life hell for everyone and we go through all the institutions and now you got to sit through training and indoctrination. You take tons of this in school and you see it in a cacophony, a thorough an echo chamber, entire globe of echo chamber. Women are just like men. Oh, well, it was a big joke. It was just a test to see if you would be brave and strong enough to come say, no. We have to risk ruining our lives. And men are coming kind of an uphill battle. Oh, we don't get preferential hiring treatment. We got a ton of student loan debt. Economy is not doing too great. Rents are super high. I mean, you're asking us on Maslow's hierarchy of needs. We're just trying to survive, ladies. We're just trying to get by, to make ends meet. Most guys living at home, I'm sure you ladies have your complaints about the lack of real men. They don't have the money. Oh, by the way, did you vote for all these government programs that increases the tax rates, which lessens the amount of money individual men can take home pay and buy you nice things and inevitably be, how is a guy supposed to pay for you? And, keep you in a traditional sense, not a slave owner sense, if 40, 50% of his paycheck is gone because you needed, universal daycare or more government money for your sociology degree. And so there's the hypocrisy side. It's like, no, go save yourself. You've been insisting for half a century at least you're equal. Madam, may I suggest the ladies, if they want to be free of feminism or socialism or anti-male and whatever it is, if you really want to be, why don't for once, ladies, you actually be a strong, independent, critically thinking woman and say, F off to feminism and go be a traditional wife? Why don't you do what you want to do? If in theory, deep down inside, that's what you want. Why do you care about, my gosh, the kowtowing, the conformity, the groupthink. Now, I've always known this. go on any dating profile of a young man. If you like Trump sweating, I'm a liberal, I got a pet dog. I mean, it's so, I hate to, ladies, it's so sad, but you're commoditized. You're nothing special. Kids, someday, I mean, it's, of course, this is me watching Chad Elkins do it. But you're not independent. I mean, I've known that. You're all lemmings. Wow, another Hillary supporter? Really? You're a feminist too? Wow, that's so unique. Not that you even have to be a Republican or a Ronald Reagan, Trump supporter. It's just, you're not. You're not. You know what's really independent? And like you, my good madam, you are a strong, independent woman. You bucked the system. Maybe with some help with your husband, or maybe providing you some insights. I didn't follow up on that. But that's not our responsibility, ma'am. Go save the princess in the castle? No. Why? She's been telling me she can free herself. That's where she wants to be. She says she wants to be in the dungeon in the castle with the feminist dragon. That's what it, and if I go there, when I come back, the villagers are all going to ostracize me and fire me from my blacksmithing job. Or my grog making facility, whatever. Saloon, what do they call it? Bar. Whatever. I'm trying to go back into the dragon days. And then, not only is it hypocritical, where it's like, well, go be free. Do what you want. You've had agency this entire time. Go do it. And take no shame and take no guff from anybody. Feminists, males, not. But then you make it so it's impossible. What you're asking men to do is impossible. Not only because we get ostracized at you tied our hands behind our backs. You have to, hey, go save the princess from the dragon through the thickets and the lava moat. And the dragon, not only does that dragon breathe fire, it breathes herpetogonosyphilates fire. You're like, well, I don't want the herpetogonosyphilates fire. No, Space Ghost. And only a couple people get that. But you take away the sword, you take away the shield, you take away your arm. Oh, and tie your hand behind your back. Now go save her. Because anytime, not only because we're busy just getting by, because we're in the lower hierarchy of Maslow's needs, just food, clothing, shelter, that can find a job. But now what? We can't be honest with you. We can't be blunt and direct. We can't say, hey, 2 million years, you've been programmed to do this, and men have been programmed to do that. But the past 50 years, try not to curse, some starved, mentally crippled, angry, intellectually dishonest boomer women, they came up with a different idea. From genuinely privileged backgrounds. They didn't have to worry. They come up with a new idea. See, those gals in that 50 years, they knew better than the 2 million years of human evolution. And then if we ever come in and say, well, maybe what's wrong with you staying home and taking kids? Oh, the fire of the herpetogonosyphilates cometh. No. Oh, there's a corpse. A herpetogonosyphilate infested pile of ash. Oh, what was it? I thought that was Aaron. Does it look like Aaron? I don't know. Oh, yeah, look, there's his hair. Oh, yeah, look at all that unruly hair. That's Cappy. What'd he do? Oh, he went, that nice lady, the one woman out of literally probably a million where it's traditional now, he followed her advice and went and tried to save the women. Oh, foolish Cappy. Foolish Cappy. So, getting back to men can't live in two worlds, okay? And this is where it gets back to my philosophy. I don't know how much of my shows, videos, whatever podcasts you listen to or watched. I don't care what lurks deep inside the heart of women or anybody. You can't care what anyone deep down inside wants. It's only what actions they put forth in the real world, because that's what you have to interact with. I don't care if she is crying herself to sleep and would love it if you'd ask her on a date and say, let me take you away from your big time law office firm and you can help me raise goats on my goat farm. I love it. We can't. What did she, I know I have a stereotypical girl boss lawyer. I know. I mean, like it's, And I had a little fancy for her. We're talking 20 years ago. I'm like, hey, she's cute. And I like, oh, lawyer. Oh, yeah, professional. Okay, cool. Yeah, because this may shock the women out there. I actually do like professional women. I love STEM girls. You give me a STEM girl, you give me a hustling girl. Oh, I absolutely love you gals. Supporting you. Because you actually, in one regard, you gals actually do support yourselves. All right. So I'm a hat tip. And I did. I love gals that were. I still do. I was like, oh, you're a professional. All right. And I'm like, hey. And we were equally matched. She wouldn't spit. I mean, herpes got a syphilides corpse. She wouldn't give me the time of day. And now I tried it. Nothing. Apparently, I probably didn't make enough money. But now, oh, yeah. She's partner, all right. And she ain't good looking no more. Oh, it comes out she wanted a fan. Well, too bad, lady. I tried my hand at slaying the dragon. You want nothing of that. Oh, and I learned from that experience, you don't try to guess what they want. All I could interact with is what she put forth in terms of actions and decisions and statements and policy in the real world. And you girls have put, not all of you, I'm talking universally. I know client accepted and some nice gals like you. For the most part, all of you girls put up this united front, this united policy. You're like the effing Borg. You make it very clear. Come on, ladies. Have you not said you don't need a man? Have you not said strong, independent, don't need no man? Fish, bicycle? How many of you girls, I don't stay in shape for you. I do it for myself. I mean, how many other ones? Guys, I mean, I bet we could come up, put them in the chat room. Put them in the chat. Well, how many strong, independent? Women can do anything men can do. I'm not disagreeing necessarily, except for physical feats where men obviously have an advantage of testosterone. What else? My career comes first. We got the message. I mean, I remember I was 7 years old. Women can do anything men can do. All right, fine. Back off, lady. Go away. You put up you've made it policy. And now, as things have gotten more warped, and I think women have been weaponized against men. You have been trained to see men as the enemy. Men don't go anywhere near you. Why would we? Why would we? No. Because again, we're just trying to get by. A lot of guys are just kind of like, they've thrown in the towel. Oh, here's another one. They saw their old man get divorced, or they may, I'm old enough now. A lot of my friends are divorced. I thought Gen X would learn a lesson, but apparently they didn't. Guys are watching their dad, their brothers, some of them their sons. Everyone's getting divorced. No one learned a lesson from the boomers in the 70s and the 80s. No. Again, there are huge risks and costs and consequences, my good ma'am, if men operate and go for the traditional life or advocate for a traditional life. So we have to play it safe just to survive, just to get by, just to have, make rent and eat food. This idea of self-actualization or the higher love, acceptance. No. Hey, did I get enough money to make rent today? Winning. I paid off my student loans at 32. Winning. Well, I got a job and I'll be able to eat today. Winning. Make enough money for wife and kids. 50% divorce rate. Being yelled at the entire. No. So what happened to my old man? We have to operate in the real world. I guess we could call it, I guess there's two worlds. We can simplify it that way. There's the world of deep down inside, what women want in the heart of hearts. We go into the heart of hearts. Hey, we're in the heart of hearts. What do women want? Who cares? Because it's moot. It's academic. It doesn't matter. You ladies, as a group, put forth a very clear front, a very clear decision that you don't need us. A lot of you don't want us. We're likely to get divorced. And it's sexist. And we're going to risk career and our means of financing, threatening our Maslow's hierarchy of needs if we advocate anything else or even suggest. Dennis Prager, of all people, not that he's talked about this at length, but he gets kicked off of YouTube. Prager? Or demonetized, or whatever. You don't think I'm being serious about the threats to men if they don't toe the line too? And then you go out there. You're the nail that's sticking out that will get hammered down. It's too risky for men to go save you, girls. And save you for what? For what? A 5% chance you have a happy marriage and a 50% chance you don't get divorced? No. We have to live in the real world. It's not the heart of hearts world. Nope, doesn't exist. What are you ladies putting forward in the real world? What are you putting forth? What decisions and actions are you taking? Because that's the only thing we can do. And you girls said this. And I know this may shock you girls. A lot of guys believed it and followed it. They do treat women as equals. Like, well, yeah, I will tell you a story. Now, I'm going to tell you a story. Now. Many years ago, Cappy went from not liking girls because didn't hit puberty to hit puberty, you like girls. And because I was told the entire bleeping time, women are equal. I'm like, oh, women will ask us out in equal because women are equal. I mean, I literally thought because you told us. And you say, oh my gosh, women desperately want to be equal. And like, why are women asking us out? Am I ugly? Am I disgusting? Am I short? And it happened to be true on all accounts in the end. But girls never went. And then now as you get older, oh, they want equal when it's fun. Yeah, when it's beneficial. But when there's responsibility, like majoring in STEM, again, why I have an immense amount of respect for women who go into real professions. Or doing, car work, or shoveling the snow, or learning how to fire guns and protect the home, or anything that involves risk or hurting your feelings, like asking somebody out, developing the girl, they're cafeteria Christians. Well, I like this, but I don't like that. I like this and I don't like that. And it's hypocritical. Thinking, like, wait, you want to be equal on some things, but not all things, especially when it's hard. And now men have to now you put us in a quandary. You put us in a catch-22. You're not going to ask us out. Well, we like to, what? No, okay. So no one's coming to save you, ladies. No, I don't care but that's not the world. Those aren't the rules. We cannot leave the real world. We have to treat you women as equals. We have to. Right? Men did what, and we did. We wanted, like I said, what are we doing? But then you find out. But we're like, yeah, be equals. I mean, there's a philosophical appeal there. Yes, women, and I believe under the law, women should be treated as equals. People should be treated equally. However, men and women are different. See? Now, am I going to lose my job because I said that? Because men and women are different and they complement each other? Different but equal, I guess, is the way to put it. Seriously, think about that. Is that statement going to get me in trouble someday? You can see. You want us to go over there into that moat, save that gal with that dragon, with those thickets? So we can't. Hands are tied behind our back. We're not going to go save you. Not only philosophically do men not want to save you now, they're like, no. I mean, especially, here's the thing. If the internet didn't exist, you could have a group of guys. I mean, the community of men would be relatively dopey. Now the internet has made everybody very couth and aware of what's going on for any guy that wants to seek it. And now you have guys like, no. We got the message loud and clear. Messages are getting out from other men. Look, they wanted this. We got to treat them as equals because if we don't, we're in trouble. So they're going to have to get out. Again, ladies, you took away our sword. Oh, let's get rid of all the guns. Let's get rid of all the masculinity. Get rid of the swords. Get rid of the shields. Get rid of the armor. Hey, you, Cappy, put on your loincloth, grab a stick, and go save that lady from the fire-breathing dragon. No. So now they do men not want to save you because basically we're lied to the entire time, both men and women. But we can't. Not without risking our livelihood. We have to live in the real world. You ladies have made it very clear what the real world is. And so I am sorry, ladies. No one is coming to save you. Let's see it. Let's see some true independent stuff, ladies. Let's see if it is true that deep down inside, women want to get married and have. Let's see it. You know, there was a little bit of a, you saw a little bit of that with the sex positive feminists. Like, yeah, we like having sex. Like, oh, okay, I could see that. Well, let's see. I want a traditional house. I want a traditional life. I want to be a traditional wife. Let's see it, ladies. That's an independent thing. Oh, but then you'd be ostracized. And the queen bees wouldn't like that now, would you? Well, you better get back in line and not be independent-minded, not be a critical thinker, waste your life. But hey, at least on the face of it, according to other women, you're team F, and you're strong, independent, don't need no man, fish, bicycle, girl, boss, trademark. That's the main one. Come up with a couple other points here. I'll go over it. Why no one's coming to save you women. Not only is it impossible because of the brainwashing both sexes have received, men have been outspent. Traditionalism has been outspent. All right. I've said this many times before. You go to school for 17 years, K through college. Some of you gals go to school for almost 20 years. And they're over the course of time, trillions of dollars, multiple trillions of dollars, tens of trillions actually, because it's about $1 trillion a year now spent in education. Multiple trillions of dollars has in part been spent on indoctrinating young women and men to think a certain way, to essentially believe in feminism, and that traditionalism is bigoted and discriminatory and outdated, no matter how many millions of years it happened to exist in the past. And it doesn't end at college. It continues on, as the client pointed out, with media and television and roundhouse kicking chick cop shows. It just continues. And the Democrat Party, I hate to blame a party, but it goes on forever. Vogue magazine, whatever, Slate magazine, anything owned by Condé Nast, it just continues on and on and on. It doesn't end. There is no counterspending anywhere near that. Anywhere near it. I don't even think there's anything like it. You could say, well, maybe the churches would advocate tradition. There's no churches. Those have all become feminized as well. About the only place that's traditional might be Islam and some of the more Orthodox religions. You know, Orthodox Jew, Orthodox Catholic, or was it Greek Orthodox? Catholic Orthodox, Eastern Rome, Western Roman Empire, Constantinople, all that stuff. The Byzantium Empire. But it doesn't hold a candle. It doesn't hold a candle, right? And you're asking individual men, they got to think on the micro level. They can't, how many trillions was spent? What's constantly shown on media? What's he going to do? I mean, your husband must have had an in, or you must have really liked him or had some chemistry because you listened to what he said. That's about the only way on the individual level. But no, men are not, there's no way an individual man can overcome all the K through college indoctrination, education, and spend. I know there was reading, writing, and arithmetic there too, but there was indoctrination. It's a machine. It's a machine, and it continues to tell you girls are dead. I mean, my gosh, the articles even, a woman gave birth at 61, and you all get excited. The couple of videos ago, I talked about the egg freezing industry, where corporations are paying female employees their egg freezing costs. Like, think about that. Your nature is telling you the sun is setting on this biology. It's not an option. Corporations, don't worry. We need you to keep working for us. Keep working, baby. Pay those taxes. Buy those shoes. Go into debt. Don't worry, we got a cryo chamber over here. You can have a kid whenever you want, just as long as you keep working for the corporation. We want your best years. Corporations are my friend. My career comes first. So that's one reason. We're outspent, we're outgunned. And you know what? I think, frankly, most guys are good. They don't want to indoctrinate you. They don't want to counter. I mean, they really don't want. I don't want to tell a woman what to. I really don't. I don't. It's not my place. I'm libertarian. Please think whatever you want. Go live with the consequences, but it's not our, and who are we? Are we your brother's keeper? This is not our responsibility. Especially in light, you kept telling us, you don't need us, strong, independent critical thinkers. Another problem you're going to face, a lot of men themselves are indoctrinated. Have you seen the millennial soy boys? I think the women will agree here. Not a lot of George Clooney's, huh? Not a lot of The Rocks or Chris Pratt's running around, eh? The Antifa guys, when they put their hands up, they got a mask, and they might have gloves on, but man, they got some limp-wristed wrists, don't they? They got some nice groomed beards. Do you remember those brown shoes with the blue socks and the slacks that came up to their calves? I mean, if a slight wind came in, the guy would blow over. But he was dressed real dapper. He was very pretty, wasn't he? These guys, the male feminists, they just agree with you because they want to get laid and they don't want to go to they're deathly afraid of work, labor, toil, and suffering. So they don't go to the gym. They don't run. They don't work out. They're certainly not. They're too afraid to ask you girls out because they might get shot down and their fifis might get hurt. And they stay at home, jerking off to porn and watching video games or playing video games. So there's a significant contingent, especially younger, and they went through the same indoctrination. We were one of them. Well, girls are just whatever. I mean, I didn't really wake up until I was like 25. Because I dated this gal. I'm like, well, she wants this. I'll let her do what I did. And then all of a sudden I realized, oh, wait. You got to stand up to him. You actually got to be a man. I thought, seriously, my mommy, every woman but my mom, women like a nice, sensitive guy should be a nice kid. BS. Your own parents are lying to their sons about what women want. So there's I don't know what. You're going to go to the young Republic. Go to the young Republicans. They're no better than the young Democrats. They're all limp-wristed soy boys. So these men are also indoctrinated. They will, ladies, they just want to get laid. And all they know is to agree with you. They think agreeing with you is going to get them laid. And so they become doormats. When deep down inside, whatever that might be, today, this minute, this hour, this afternoon, they're just going to try, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Meanwhile, I'm going to theorize and speculate. Women deep down inside want an independent man who will stand up for something. Even if the women disagree with it, he'll stand up for something. But that's theory. We don't know. Has anyone gone deep down inside? Did we send a probe there? You know, like in the Jacques Cousteau marine biology. We sent a deep marine subdiver drone into the Mariana Trench. Who's gone? Did we send the drone? What do they want deep down inside? Don't know. The drone got crushed. It was called a sexist. It was called a misogynist. The misogynist drone. The USS Misogyny. So that's another one. I don't know. Not a lot of Prince material here, ladies. I mentioned this before. Men are kind of busy, just getting by. The more and more you vote for government, ladies, the more and more money has to be taken away from individuals, yourselves included. And then you have less and less money to pay for rent, to pay for food, for clothing, and shelter. And man, in theory, you know, if you watch popular culture, everyone wants Mr. Big. If you remember the Sex and the City show, they want Mr. Big. Well, you all want a rich guy, huh? You girls do, based on dating profiles, $100,000 or more. Well, why don't you make it easier for guys to make $100,000 and not take half their income? I get a kick out of all these guys in Silicon Valley. They make six figures, 100, 120, 150. Their take home after California taxes, especially, is like 75. And then after rent, maybe 40. And you got to throw in some money for like, you know, food, clothing, shelter. So their actual disposable income is around 10 to 20 a year, which isn't a lot, ladies. But then you wonder why there aren't no rich men around. But hey, you know what? You got government checks. But men they're busy. Just getting by. Just getting by. Another one, here's, you know, I understand you ladies lament the existence of the soy boys and the lack of real men. Don't see a lot of Marilyn Monroes out there. latest trip to Walmart, admittedly Walmart, a lot of large, rotund ladies out there on the Rascals. I go out regularly running because they say don't go out because of the virus. And I don't care. I go out and I run. I get exercise anyway. And it's so funny watching these power walking women. It's like, just give it up. You either set down the ho-hos and work out or do none of the above. Just don't. What incentive do men have to go save the princess? You girls are, I'm sorry, it's going to hurt. As a group, you're physically repulsive. You even, and again, we go, now here again, watch. I'm a bad guy because I stated the mere fact men don't like fat chicks, which we all know. But the fat acceptance movement and fatism, or whatever word the Orwellian psychopaths have come up with now. I mean, the incentive for men is we are physically attracted to you. And if we're not physically attracted to you, we're just friends. That's the largest driving force for men and the sexes between the is men are like, wow, I want to get with that. I think you're beautiful. You're wonderful. Let's go make some babies or practice trying. But the lie, you girls are like, big is beautiful. Are you kidding me? And forget if women actually, but which none of them do. You're not physically attractive. Admittedly, the men are not physically attractive either. I know. But was it 41% of the female population is obese, 38% of the men's population is obese. The average woman today is 5'4" and 160 pounds. Really? Oh, that's my princess I get to save? Again, here's a foreign concept. Maybe, crazy idea. Sit down. Everyone sit down. Everybody go get a drink. Okay? Pause it here. Go get a drink, come back. I don't want to floor you with this one. Maybe get a really sturdy chair. What if we consider what men want? I know. Aaron, go save the average American woman from the feminist dragon. She's 5'4" and 160 pounds. Space Ghost. Terrence Popp, look him up. Really, porn. Video games, anything else, anything but hiking, motorcycle riding, watching paint dry, not going to save that woman from the feminist dragon. Not my job, and I don't want to. And again, to disassociate yourself from the rest of your standard American women, my fair madam, you said you stay thin for your husband. That's so rare. That is so rare. I mean, you got it. You understand. You know, you're selfless. You consider what the guy wants. But you want us to go mount up an army and go save the average American woman from feminine. Are you nuts? Why? You got to give us a better reason to fight. Which is ultimately why I think this it's not going to be until there's like a war or famine or great economic collapse is there going to be. It has to be a reset. But men have no incentive to, quote, save women. Multiple reasons not to. But the lack of physically attractive women in the population is one of the many main ones. And then, and finally, it's the hypocrisy I talked about before, but this is what you women wanted, at least officially. Okay? And you screamed at us and you threatened us with loss of job and this and that and ostracization and deplatforming and demonetization. All right. What do you want? You want this? Here you go. And now there's like kind of a peace. Well, not really a peace and a calm, but like, yeah, okay, you're equal. Yes, go. Because there's we're not going to play. We're not playing the guessing game of what you wanted deep down inside. You wanted it. You got it. And now, you know what? Really, ladies, if you want, maybe it's up to you traditional women to go save your sisters. Maybe that's your job. Okay? Because you then can't be accused. Oh, you might be accused of, Hulu came out with this laughably stupid docuseries on Phyllis Schlafly. And she was a traditionalist woman, a Reaganaut back in the 80s and was against the women's movement. And you'll be ostracized as her. You'll be I don't know, like you'll be called a traitor and Uncle Tom of sorts, whatever the female version of that is. But you go do it. Men don't have the time. They don't have the money. We don't have the incentive. We don't have the desire. Some men aren't capable of it. And, a lot of guys, I'll tell you this again, my good madam, and any traditional gals out there. It's kind of like Top Gun. Remember Top Gun? Maverick wants to get number one. He's got to go up against Iceman. And then they F up somehow. They violated a rule. They pissed off Tom Skerritt. And Goose comes up to Maverick and is like, look, Mav, forget first place. I'm just worried if we graduate or not. And a lot of men are kind of at that graduation. They don't want to be Top Gun. They just want to get through this life with a little bit of happiness, a little bit of peace, a little bit of calm, a little bit of serenity. They've been beaten, beleaguered, lectured, sermonized about how they have privilege, they're advantage, they're all patriarchy. They got an uphill battle when it comes to work and school. They got to save money, if they save money. A lot of them got to live at home because of the cost of college, because we keep voting in more money. I wonder why tuition keeps going up. That's a separate topic. Then the only real reason that they exist or live or any human is because they want to fall in love and find a nice gal and have kids with. But it's very apparent the number one thing in their lives want nothing to do with them, at least officially. That's the official policy. And absolutely no consideration on the part of women is given to what men want in their lives out of women. Men are acutely aware of what you women want. We know 666. We got it. Not the devil. Look up the 3 or 5. I don't know how many sixes there are. 6 figs, 6 pack, 6 feet tall. We're aware. And our men in our labs are trying their best to achieve that. Maybe not, because there's so many fat men. Soy boys. I forgot where I was going. Anyway, this is, we can't. We're not going to come say it. We're not. We can't. We're too busy. We are too busy. That's what it was. We just want to get to a point where it's like, wow, I can eat anywhere I want. A lot of guys are coming out of power. A lot of broken homes, because single parenting is so amazing and wonderful. A lot of guys just want to have like a little bit of a happy life before they die. And they just want to graduate from Top Gun. They don't want to be Top Gun. They're going to be happy for second place. There's no prize for second place. Fine. Does it include food, financial stability, a relative peace and calm? That's what I want. Because a lot of guys, here's another sad thing, ladies. You've convinced a high percentage, I don't know what exactly it is, we have to pull, that of men that you don't want them. And a lot of guys are kind of like, well, I know my biological drive is to go this way. But man, I watched what happened to my old man and my buddy Bub, and I dated that bipolar girl. No. It's not on the menu anymore. You can watch that other video I did. And so they're not in this game, my good madam. You want to go save women from feminism? You want to reinstitute traditionalism? By all means, all you traditional ladies, go do it. Okay, we're not able to do it. And men have become so demoralized, disincentive, or they're just so busy. I remember this, what, dating? I got to work. I need to buy my bagels and Oscar Mayer ham so I can make bagel and ham sandwiches. Oh, the good old days of college. Living in basements. A lot of guys not only do they not have the money or time to date, what, get married and support a family? They can barely take care of themselves. So there you go, madam. It is not our ladies, no man is coming to save you. It is not our responsibility. And even if it was, we don't have the resources, times, because frankly, we only got ourselves to worry about. A lot of guys. And if this video is not going to do a thing, it's not going to do a thing. It's academic. It's merely for posterity. I'm merely trying to make my client feel better. Not maybe necessarily feel better, but to understand the reality on the ground. And then for whatever women that happen to be listening, you're okay, deep down inside, whatever that may be, no one is coming to save you. No man, no Prince Charming, no Mr. Big, no Cinderfella. Not one guy is coming to save you. You're on your own. So if deep down inside, ladies, you really want to be the stay-at-home wife, you really want to have kids, it's just that you have a choice. For once, you could be independent-minded, strong, independent women with critical thinking. Give the, whatever we would call it, the matrix the finger. Go find a guy. Go fall in love. I'm sorry, a requirement is you're probably going to have to be physically attractive because that's what guys want. You have to think about that. Go have your kids and go live your life. Okay? In the meantime, if you're not willing to actually be a strong, independent woman and make your own decisions, no matter what society or your environment says around you, well, then I guess you're going to waste your life. I guess you're going to be miserable. But it is not men's responsibility. Your happiness is not our responsibility. Your supportation, your family life, your life, not our responsibility. We're out like you want us. So it's up to you. You have to save yourself if you want to. If that's what you want. Because I know I got the memo. We all got the memo. Your career comes first. Strong, independent. Don't need no man. Fish bicycle. Girl boss. We got that message loud and clear. We have moved on. All right. I apologize for anyone who's made super chat donations. I wanted to get that out of the way. We have some here. I apologize because I'm only going back to 1124. So I'm going to click over here. Forva Burma for $5 Canadian. Top bant? I think you mean top rant. Keep up the good work. Hey, if I get good questions, I could do good rants. Should I major in chemical engineering or mechanical engineering? Well, that's not really going to get the clicks. By the way, 470 people tuning in. Like and subscribe. Also, subscribe to my older brother channel. Joe Smith for $5. Aaron, my friend, retired from the military and lives with his parents living the dream. He does security, pays all of his own bills. He's done with girls. Yeah, I'm not saying give up on girls. There's some gals out there, some great gals out there. I dated them in my past. They're out there. The boys just got to temper their expectations. Scrolling down. Forever Burma, for $5 Canadian more, Allison Tiemann and girls write what are especially attractive but have foul men. Just saying. Aren't especially attractive. Yeah, I mean, you just got to be good looking enough. I mean, what's really sad is you guys want to see how bad things have gotten in Vegas, because I spend a lot of time in Vegas. I have some friends. And let's just say through some of these key friends, the ladies of the evening, the hot thing now is not mere prostitution. It's the girlfriend experience. That's the big thing. Men are paying women to be nice to them. It's not even about the sex. It's just show up on time and be nice. I'd go into more of it. I had a conversation. A buddy of mine was what I thought was on a date, and it turned out it was a lady of the evening. And he kind of yelled at me because, oh, how'd you guys meet? I was dumb. I was like, oh, how'd you meet? Like, oh, that's nice. What do you do for a living? I'm in college. Oh, what are you studying? Just didn't pick up on. Like, oh, my buddy's got, seems like a nice girl. She was nice. She was paid to be nice. Paid to be nice. Josh Landrum, our good buddy, a regular of the show, $5. I would like to hear you talk about soy boy and not woman. I believe a lot of red pill guys are in denial. Guys, you at least let us not die hypocrites. Okay? Get in shape. Do the best you can be to be the best man you can possibly be. And then that way, you know, it's not you. That's why I knew that a long time ago. I'm short. That's the only disadvantage I got. I made sure I was the most charismatic, kept, presentable, not stinking, reasonably dressed individual there was. The best version of me possible. So if a girl shot me down, I did not care because I knew it doesn't get any better. I can't do any more. This is it. This is all you get. I cannot improve unless we do the Gattaca thing with the legs. Before I go too far much longer, June is Worthless Degree Awareness Month. July is Don't Become a Millennial Month. All right. I know this sounds cheeky or condescending. It's not. This is a very important book for all millennials to get. It actually is designed to help you. It's especially designed for Gen Zers and ladies. There's several chapters in here that if you deep down inside want to get married and have kids, if that's what you want, I strongly recommend you get this book because your millennial sisters are all loaded up with that. Their financial liabilities. They're approaching the egg going away time. And I don't know. Do you want to be as happy as millennial women? Here, get that book. Hunter Altenbernd, solving these problems is like building a wood foundation for a concrete castle. Yeah, like I said on the onset, this is merely for posterity. Adriano Ramos needs to go to Kokomo next to the Bermuda Triangle. What's Kokomo? Is that like the Beach Boys song? Aruba, Jamaica. Alex Pantino, the little umlaut there is a $5. Just go to Mexico, but you have to go to villages away from the big cities to find a real traditional housewife. Beware, there are always outliers. Yeah, I understand, Alex, but maybe if that's maybe a young man's game, all these guys, I'm going to go to Asia, I'm going to go here. You could do that. But after a while, guys, I mean, seriously, you get about 30, 35, and you're just like, boy, I really just want a peaceful life. The wise man just wants to run. You know the old Japanese samurai shows, or this happened in Samurai Champloo, a cartoon, to show you how geeky I am. And they're always cutting their bonsai tree, and they're all very calm and relaxed. Maybe you don't understand it now, but when you get older, you'll get to that point. You just want peace and calm. You just want peace and calm. And Mark Metziko for 2.79 Canadian dollars. The spiritual aspect of all this is serenity, happiness. I mean, the spiritual aspect to this, Mark, is that you're going to die for both men and women. And what I like to do is, even if you are religious, just entertain the idea there is no afterlife and you're going to die. And that's it. It's over. There's no next level. There's no puffy clouds in the sky. There's no guy with a pitchfork with a funny looking tail, with a funny beard. There's not even you sentiently, consciously there to recognize the nothingness, saying, hey, what happened? Where am I? I'm in the nothingness. You end. There is no you. This, like you see me now, I see a picture over there, this thing live happening, your brain processing, sentience, we recognize each other. Done. You're not even able to have a thought because you no longer exist. It's over. And so, again, you may be religious, you may believe in an afterlife. I just want you to entertain the thought that this is it. Now, do you all want to start hating each other because we have different plumbing downstairs? And this forces a very important question on men and women. Ladies, do you want to spend your time working? You want to spend your time commuting, getting master's degrees? Or do you want to raise your bleeping children? Spend time with the loved ones while they're there. Give them hugs. Go play in the park. Right? You can always work. And you guys are just as dumb in some regards too. What, you got to work 80 hours a week while your family grows up without you? I don't know about you, but sex is pretty important to me. I presume sex is important for women, but we don't know. Somebody said, get the drone, set it down to deep down inside. Find out what do they want? Do they like sex? I don't know. Report back. Oh, the drone got destroyed again. The crushing pressures of deep down inside. I theorize women like having sex. I think they do. Well, don't you all think we ought to be in shape and getting on the treadmill then? Like 40% of the population is obese, huh? Ladies, put on some bleeping heels. Guys, hit the bleeping gym. Everybody set down the carbs and the ho-hos, and we try to maybe make our lives enjoyable here while we're here for now, huh? No! Oprah said I'm beautiful the way I am, and you're all evil, racist, sexist, oh my God, because you don't let me be that. Why can't I find a man? It's not hard. It's not difficult. And then I always think like oh, this is our team, huh? Team human race, right? Burp, gurgle, 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 gurgle. Hey, funny, happy, wuzzy feelings. I love Rumplements. Rumplements loves me. I like to drink it more than coffee or tea. Rumplements to me, I'll have a 333. A cup, a cup, a cup, a cup, a cup. So that's the spiritual. At least that's my spiritual aspect to it, Mark. I don't know. It's sad, but both sexes are their happiness is roughly dependent upon each other. And since women more or less have been weaponized against men, the greatest thing that could be in men's life has been taken away. And so now men are left, well, what's on the menu? Watch my other video. What was it? The zero marriageable women. We just thought what the other person want. We delivered it. And men are doing that. I've pointed this out. In the red pill community, men, there's a huge segment within the manosphere, red pill community about working out. It's all about what do women want. And how do we deliver it? On the feminist side, it's those rat bleeper men, and they got to be punished, and we don't need them, and we're beautiful. I mean, there's no altruism. There's no selflessness. There's no consideration what the other team wants. It's like, okay, well, have fun living from 1945 and dying in 2020, Miss Boomer Feminist. Have fun. They're not happy. One man's chorus, $5. If women do not give up their rights, the vote, abortion, equal distribution, and men try to save them, they are just enabling. I know Turd Flinging Monkey champions this about taking away women's rights. I'm not for that because that's not the problem. It's not plumbing. There are good women out there. We're talking monetary policy. As long as you pay taxes, you should be able to vote. That's it. And I want women to have the right to vote. I'm actually free choice. No, pro-choice. That's what they call it. I'm against the equitable distribution of money. That's not going to happen. I'm for meritocracy. No, we're not. We're not. Men trying to save them. No. It's not that we're going to enable feminism. This is all. The larger point of this video, this is a female affair. It's up to American and Western women in general, and other countries as well. Where this, it's up to you guys. I'm simply giving women a choice. I'm saying, there's another restaurant. I know you're all lined up at the feminist restaurant. There's another restaurant called Traditionalism, and if you want to have marriage or kids, you can go there and have that. That's on their menu over there. Whereas what's on the menu of the feminist restaurant, I don't know, career, student loan debt, Prada shoes, Prada handbags, Jimmy Choo shoes, debt, insolvency, bankruptcy, poverty, loneliness, master's degrees, anger, rage, crying. Again, I don't know what's deep in the dark. The other one, family and kids, supporting husband. You can go over there and try it. You can just try it. Adriano Ramos, $2 Beach Boys song about romantic fictional island. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I saw Cocktail. That was the movie. Oh, hang on, more super chats. Bear with me, guys. If you did send me a super chat earlier on, go to A-Hole Consulting and send me that question. I'll probably do, because I feel bad when oh, wait a minute, hang on, don't. I know a way to look this up on the YouTubes. I'll put together another video and I'll answer those. Al Cortez 173, $5. I saw a man at Walmart dealing with screaming kids, arguing with their wife, and penny pitching with their groceries. I had a full cart and was at peace. Yeah, I mean, this is about the second. This is second place. This is about the best you could do. I ran into an experience where a man failed to be masculine, and the consequences and the costs were great. I don't want that. My kids are not going to scream, because I would spank them until they stop screaming or start crying. And then I'm going to get to the point where I'll spank them. It's like, you keep crying or keep spanking, especially if it's the fake crying. And this is why I don't have kids, because I'd be a horrible father. Arguing with the wife, there is no arguing with the wife. We argue, it's over. Do what I say. Oh, I don't know. The competent man. Hey, competent man back. Peace and calm agree. Late 50s usually make around 80K to 120,000K per year. Where have all the good men gone, competent man? Do you know any good men that make 6 figs? Constant danger of income dropping to zero. Oh, okay. No time for anything else. Yep. It's sad. We're all going to become that samurai who's just, kind of tending to his bonsai tree. Looking very calm with the water. They got that water, like a little waterfall thing that makes you hear the flowing water. Is that it? Are we done with the super chats? There we go. Okay. Questions, answers, aholeconsulting.com. I'd like to thank the client lady who did that. That was a very great question. Guys, send me great questions because you can have nice, good conversations like this. They're a little bit more expensive because I had to sit down and figure it out. Make sure I got my points. Links down below to all my books. Check out my books. How Not to Become a Millennial. It's just one of many. But July is How Not to Become a Millennial month. And if you have any questions, go to my consultation, aholeconsulting.com. And that's it. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.